Shout out to all the women that work as nurses, but you're not a whore. Shout out to you. You work in a field that makes it very easy for you to be a whore, and you just not doing it. All your patients been flirting with you all day. You done seen 8 dicks today. You ain't sucked not one of them. I'm proud of you. Shout out to all the women that's sexually frustrated. You just wait for that right nigga to break your back in.
Damn.
Yeah. Shout out to all the women that been plotting on that one nigga for you don't know how long, but you know when you get your claws into that nigga, he ain't going nowhere. Shout out to you. Shout out to the women that will chase after the man that they want. Cause if you want a man to chase after you and you ain't never chased a day in your life, how you gonna know what it feel like? You feel me? How you gonna know what it feel like? You want a nigga to chase you, but you ain't never chased a nigga, so what you gonna do? You don't even know how that feel. Stop playing. Shout out to all the women that play with themselves with nobody looking. Yeah. You in your crib playing bedroom DJ. You humping the corners of your counters because that shit feel good and you just hoping nobody got secret cameras in your shit. Yeah. Shout out to you. Shout out to all the women that flick they bean to pictures of niggas that y'all like on the internet, but you hoping that they don't find out. Bitch, we know. The same way that y'all be claiming y'all can tell when a man watch porn, we can tell when you be masturbating and watching porn. We can tell. It's all on your face. Especially you've been scrub-a-dubbing your shit to a certain nigga. You finally get a chance to talk to that nigga in real life. We can tell because you be awkward as fuck. You be awkward as fuck. You be trying to be playful, but you sound a little bit too excited to talk to this nigga. You feel me? I ain't even mad at you, shorty. I know what you been doing with behind closed doors based on how you treating me right now. You feel me? I ain't even offended. You feel me? Granted, I'm a nigga that don't like being sexualized, but I ain't even offended. Because if I like you and I get that vibe of you that you done that shit to me, I might say, fuck you, send me a video of that shit. I'm trying to see that bitch in live action. Bust that motherfucker open. I want to see that motherfucker melt, baby. I want to see that bitch, you feel me? I want to see that motherfucker melt right in front of me. Let me see that whipped cream, shawty. You feel me? Oh, baby. Shout out to all the women that's socially awkward, but you picky as hell, so you ain't talked to enough niggas and not know how to be socially awkward. Yeah, shout out to you. Y'all the type of women I like. Cause I can tell whether you faking it or not. The women that really be socially awkward, y'all be the type of women that be the most funniest motherfuckers you ever met. I used to work with a chick like that. Go to school with a chick like that. I almost dated a chick like that. I was so close to. But I just got out of a toxic relationship that I put myself in on purpose for the character development. You know, for the plot. Niggas be doing shit for the plot sometimes.
Bruh.
What else? I don't know her name. And that's the one thing that I hate. I didn't get a chance to learn her name. It was a couple of women I work with at this warehouse I was at. I knew they liked me. I knew they fuck with me. They wanted some piece of me. Either wanted me as a whole, or they wanted to know what it was like to have my penis inside of them. You know?
Hey, Daddy!
I ain't even mad at that. But the one that I can say, this is probably my only regret when it comes to a human being. The only one I regret not talking to more was the girl that was low-key socially awkward. She was from Georgia. I don't know how the hell she got to Indiana, but she was from Georgia, and she would always be to herself watching like weird. Now, I'm not gonna say weird TV shows. I just didn't know what TV show she was watching, but I could see them bitches on her phone every now and then. She is the most sweetest girl in the world. I ain't gonna lie to you. She about the most sweetest thing in the world. Got a beautiful smile, a beautiful spirit. She about the same color as this Sage, nigga. Like, she beige colored. Like, the same color cardboard. You feel me? She the same color cardboard. That woman was the most uplifting woman I ever met, and I only talked to her at least like 3 times. Cause me, myself, I'm always to myself. I don't really like bothering nobody. Well, I don't like nobody bothering me. I don't care if I'm bothering you. Nigga, fuck you. Fuck you. Don't bother me. I ain't gonna bother you if you don't bother me. You can't be passive aggressive with me because I'm gonna be aggressively passive with your ass. So that's how you counteract bullshit. So yeah, I'm a manager's worst nightmare. You can't say some shit to try to trigger me because I'm gonna trigger your ass. And when you lash out, E-double-O-C. I think it's E-double-O-C, or is it E-O-double-C? It's E-double-O-C. Yo, the HR to HR. I'm taking your job, nigga. What fuck you talking about? But yeah, she the most sweetest girl in the world, though. Granted, yes, I did flirt with her a couple of times, because granted, she was flirting back. So like, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was this close to like saying fuck it, let me just do it, and then I ended up just leaving. I left the job. Didn't look back. It was a couple chicks in there that I was gonna get the numbers from, and I was like, bro, I don't even want to be in this bitch no more. I hated that job. When I tell you, bro, she one of them chicks that when she look at you, you know it's some devious shit. She got one of them looks. You know, like the ones that look innocent. Like you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, bro. You know, like that trend that was going around. Like you get like the weird girl a chance. I ain't gonna say she weird, because my definition of weird and your definition of weird may be 2 different things. Like say my definition of weird is like, my definition of weird is like she's socially awkward. That would be weird to anybody, like socially awkward, or like basically whatever you would consider be weird for a dude. Like he ain't in everybody's face. He ain't talking to nobody. He ain't really, he ain't going around the room chatting with every female. They more like to themselves, and they don't give a damn about like being in everybody's face. A female like that would be considered weird because women are naturally community creatures. They're naturally community creatures. They need a group of people to be a part of. Men, not so much. Like men need a community too, but we need a community of people that can do some shit just like us, so we can do the same thing quicker or in a broader span. But shawty, she definitely was actually I met two of them. One was at an assembly line job. I remember her name. Her name was Ariana, and her mama's name was Angel. They was both from Virginia, so we was from the same place. I remember one time, this is weird. She is weird. I'm not saying she weird like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? She's more like she weird because she don't know how to communicate all the way. She don't know how to be slick with the shit. You feel me? She don't got no game. That's what she don't got no game. She ain't got no game. She ain't got no game. I remember one time I was working, right? And I was working on building boats. I used to build pontoons and what are they called? Pontoons and luxury boats. I used to build them bitches like all day. Like I'd 8 to 10 hours a day, 4 days out of the week. And then I had another job 3 days out of the week. I remember one time I'm doing my side of the boat, drilling the holes into the railing. I'm putting the siding up, putting the tower on that bitch. And I got this inclination, like this little intuitive hit. You know, like we get hits in the video game. But like, hey, if you look at your surroundings and for nearby enemies, boy, something said look behind you. And so I was like, no, I'm a play this bitch off because I don't want to look back. And then like we both just looking at each other, and that bitch awkward as fuck. Man, when I tell you I looked around, to go pick up drill bits, knowing I don't need a drill bit. My shoe was new. I turn around to pick up the drill bit, and I look up slightly, and Shawty is looking down at me, looking down at me from the boat. She look. She looking down at me from the boat, nigga. That she putting furniture on. She furnishes boats. I build the bitches. So like. I look behind me, they like say, get the drill bit. I don't need this bitch. I look behind me and I look up slightly. Shawty is looking at me with the damn. How am I gonna explain this face? Cause it's like, what is the face? It's like it's an anime face, and we've all seen this face before. I guess it's like the yandere dark stare face, like they look at you, but you know it's not with malicious intent. They just don't know how to make their face match the emotion. Damn, how am I gonna say this? It's not a malicious stare, bro. It don't look evil. But if you didn't know social cues, you would think it was an evil ass stare. Cause she was like. She won't taller than me. She's short than the bitch. She like 5'5". She was on a boat, so she was about 5 feet off the ground. Just looking at me. Won't doing shit on the boat. Mind you, she was just standing on the boat, looking at me work. She was on the boat, bro, standing on the boat, looking at me work, bro. And it just felt so weird. I'm like, bro, somebody looking at me. Bruh. I think this is it. Hold up. This shit right here. Granted, this is not the greatest example of the character, but she didn't act like this. She was just looking at me on the boat like that. Or it was like this. Like there's interest, but she don't know how to show the interest. Kuderi, that's what it is. Kuderi, one of them Kuderi stares. Like it's blank as fuck, but how they act don't match how they face look. It was one of them type of shits. And I done caught her doing like weird shit time and time again. One time I was working on the other side of the boat because we switch sides sometimes. I was telling brother like, hey, let me get on that side of the boat. I feel like doing that side today because, you know, it's gonna be more work on that side of the boat. So let me go ahead and just do that since you don't want to do all this extra shit. I'll take care of putting on the towels and hooking that shit up. You do you just do the doors and gates. I'll do the tower and hooking all that other shit up, putting all the bows and the shit, making sure the railings. I'll do all that shit. You just do the less work. I'm gonna do this shit today. I just felt like doing it. And I'm hooking up the tower, got the motherfucker lift, building a good ass remote. Remote about fat than the motherfucker. Remote about this goddamn big, you feel me? Like remote huge than the bitch, like up, down, left, right, and you had to drag that bitch because it wasn't automated. You just had to drag that bitch with you. And y'all know what I look like with just a regular t-shirt on. I'm big as fuck. I'm big than the bitch. So I'm doing the tower, swinging that bitch. I drop it down, wrap that bitch up. I make sure the lights is on that motherfucker. I make sure they all right. Make sure all the connectors work. I make sure that bitch go up and down. And man, what I tell you, I go to disconnect the tower from the metal base that the forklift driver brought that bitch on. And then one of the big homies that I was cool with, his name June. I was only cool with a nigga because he shared the same nickname as my dead granddad. Shout out to granddad. I miss you, nigga. I'm mad they did that bullshit to you, but we know what we doing about that shit. You feel me? Shout out to Turds. Shout out to Donica. Y'all was the only niggas in the family that was actually about that shit, and them pussy ass niggas decided they wanted to trade on their own bloodline, and man, we ain't even about to go through all that shit. You feel me? So I'm listening out just in case, like, you know, he tell me, hey bro, no, the shit gonna fall on you, or like, cause if I don't keep this bitch tight, it's gonna fuck around and fall on me. That's gonna be my ass. This shit gonna hit me on top of the head. I'm laying out, tweaking, fucking workman's comp like a motherfucker, but I can't think straight after that. You feel me? And he looking out for me. I'm just disconnecting it. He said, hey, you need some help? And I look over, I thought he was talking to me. I look over like, hell no, that I see it's Shorty. Shorty is walking through all side of the building. You feel me? She walking through all side of the building. And me and her make eye contact. And me, I'm not trying to make the shit awkward because I already caught her looking at me. And she got caught by the nigga that was looking over me, building this boat, talking about, hey, you need some help? You lost or some shit? You lost or some shit? I can tell, like, she got stuck, like she ain't know what to do, but she still like kept a straight face. She got a strong ass poker face. I'm telling you, strong ass poker face. And I was like, hey, I looked at her like, hey, if you need the bathroom, it's right over there. I can show you where it's at. So it's like, you new in this bitch. Boy, what is it? She made a straight beeline between me and Brody. And as soon as she got past us into the bathroom, we both knew she ain't need the bathroom. We both knew it. She looked back at me. I looked at him. He looked at me. And he was like, "Bruh, she here for you, nigga. She was looking for you, nigga." I'm like, hey, probably I ain't gonna put no sauce on it. I ain't gonna put no sauce on it. I ain't gonna do no extra shit. It's like, no, you need to go do something with that, nigga. You told me how you caught her staring at you a couple times. You better go do something about that, man. To this day, I regret not getting that woman number. It's my only regret. It's my only regret. That's my only regret. Q2, the fact that I remember her name, I don't remember females' names. I do not remember females' names. I remember her name because her voice. I liked her voice. I'm an audiophile. For those of you that don't know what an audiophile is, that means that you're very in tune with how things sound. Me being an audio engineer and me being a voice actor, like, well, I used to be a voice actor. I'm not voice acting no more. Me doing anything that has to do with sound, the way something sound, it hits my ear a little bit different. She has a sweet voice too. She's not the chick from the warehouse. It's a whole different chick. But what's crazy, they both the same skin complexion. So like, they both the same skin complexion. They both beige color. Her name is Ariana, because I called her Ariana on accident one time, and she corrected me in the most sweetest way possible. I was talking to her mom about something, because she was just like talking to me. This is back when like I was a little bit skinnier. My dreads was a lot longer before I chopped them down and shit, and they wasn't dyed. I was talking to her. It was like, yeah, this is my daughter. This is my daughter. Excuse me. This is my daughter, Ariana. And I said Ariana because like you can pronounce that shit two different ways. And she was like, no, it's Ariana. Like, okay, Ariana was like, what's your name? I'm like, all right, you got some, You got some about you. You, not only is you a little bit weird, not only is you a little bit weird, not only is you a little bit weird, you also got, you know, you got some sauce to you, nigga. I ain't saying you spicy. You like mild sauce, you feel me? That granted, that doesn't mean I didn't like talk to her again. I talk to her like every now and then. But every time I had the thought of like, bro, let me just go get this woman's number. It would be funny as hell because she would pop up randomly in the distance. And in my head, ain't no such thing as a coincidence. Ain't no such thing as a coincidence. If I was like, bro, let me just go get this chick number, or like somebody's talking about Shawty and they speaking to me about it, and then if I so happen to look like, hey bro, if you look over to the right, that motherfucker's right there. I'm like, yo, this shit is creepy. This shit creepy. But like, ain't no such thing as a coincidence. Like, nigga, you trying to be around me on purpose. I know what hovering is. Like, you do it. Say no, it's not hovering, orbiting. It's hovering, orbiting, and then there's proximity. You're using proximity to be around me. You don't even work in the back of the building no more. Why the fuck is she walking all the way back here? You feel me? But never got her number because I ended up replacing the dude that was ahead of me working on the luxury boats, and the contract that she was under for the temporary position, they ended up moving to another building. And I don't even think I was there that day when their contract ended, or when their contract did end. It was like abruptly. So like I never got a chance to go back up there and talk to him. Granted, I had plenty of opportunities, but nigga, I was more focused on I'm not trying to be broke right now. Cause I just lost my car around that time. I just got an apartment, this apartment to be exact. My car was decommissioned. I was freshly out of an accident in a 5-car pileup with a semi truck. I was going to court. I was going through a lot of shit, bro. Man, I was going through a lot of shit. And it just slipped my mind, like, bro, I can't do this love shit right now, bro. I got shit to do in my life. So I just went and did the shit with my life. But the other chick though, I was working at stop saying nigga, you know what you saying. I was working at Amazon, right? I was working at the Amazon fulfillment center. No, it's a fulfillment. It was distribution. I was working at the Amazon distribution center. And the chick that I was talking about previous before, Ariana, I don't know her name, but she gave off the same vibe as Ariana. So like, I'm pretty sure whatever type I have is whatever that is. I don't know what archetype that would be of woman. I know the female archetypes, but I don't know all of them. I don't know all of them based on like how they act in real life. I just know what they are on the piece of paper. You feel me? So, like I said, she's a very, very bubbly to herself personality. And she's more like one of them chicks where like, if she flirting with you, instead of it being slightly awkward, but kind of, instead of it being slightly awkward but endearing, like how Ariana is, it was more like it's subtle flirting, but you know the meaning behind the words based on how they react to how you saying your responses. If you a nigga that, if you nigga know how to talk to women, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm talking about. You can't really put a goddamn label on that bitch. You either know what I'm talking about or you don't. So she would, I'm trying to remember the conversation I had with this motherfucker, but I can't remember no conversation. I just be saying shit and it be working. I just be saying shit and it be working. No, I remember one time she was at her little station and shit, because there was like 3 different type of stations. There was a station where you did large fulfillment orders and stations where you did like per order fulfillment. because there was fulfillment and there was distribution. There was you either distribute the packages based off they were in bulk, or distribute packages based on where they were going. So she was in one of these big ass, like, the shit looked like a dystopian a dystopian job. It really did, bro. It was just nothing but big ass machines with computers around you and conveyor belts. It looked like some shit you don't want to be in for the rest of your life. I don't know how to explain. I'm not about to search a picture of that shit, because I ain't trying to bring back all them goddamn memories of that place I don't like. Somewhere I'm going around and I'm bringing motherfuckers totes, and I'm taking cardboard and shit, because I got the sweet end of the deal. They didn't put me on a machine, because I said, if you put me on a machine, I'm not gonna be at that bitch long. I'm gonna be walking away from this motherfucker. It was, oh, you got ADHD? No, I don't got ADHD. I'm just not gonna sit here and look at a machine all day. Like, I'm just not gonna do it. It has nothing to do with me sitting still, nigga. I do this. I can sit still. I just don't want to do this scan shit all day. I'm gonna get frustrated. I'm gonna go do something else, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna still do my quota, but I'm gonna go do some other shit and come back. It was like, oh, well, we got some other shit for you. How about you just go be a water spider and area management. Area management, just take care of cardboard, make sure everything clean, and make sure niggas got toast. If anything break down on the line, I gotta fix it. Or if anything get jammed on the line, I gotta fix that shit. Like, cool, I do that. I get to walk around the building. I get to make sure shit don't get stuck, and I get to talk to whoever the fuck I feel like talking to, because technically wherever I stand in the building is where I'm supposed to be at. Cool. Nigga, sweet end of the deal, nigga. Sweetest deal ever. So I decided I'm about to waste about 30 minutes. I'm talking to I don't remember bruh name. I don't remember bruh name. I was talking to Buddy for like 15 minutes about where he was, like where he's from, and like if he grew up around the same areas I grew up around, because we damn near got the same accent. He was like, nah, bro, I'm from Alabama or Louisiana, whatever the fuck he said. It was like, oh damn, I'm from Virginia and all this shit. We was just connecting on childhood memories and shit. I'm going around just fucking with people. Be like, hey bro, what you know about that motherfucking collard green and cornbread? He talking about, nigga, I know hella shit about collard green and cornbread. Nigga, what you know about the motherfucking neck bone and the goddamn collard green? I was like, nigga, what you know about the motherfucking hog bog, nigga, the head cheese? What you know about all that shit? So we going back and forth, just bullshit and reminiscing on life that we ain't even shared together, but we had the same type of childhood and shit, you know, country boy shit. And then I'm looking at the shit that he's scanning. I'm like, nigga, this shit that go through Amazon is weird as fuck. I also happen to look behind me, and I bust down the same conversation to Shawty. Still don't know her name. That's on. Actually, it's two regrets. I never got Ariana number, and I never learned the other girl name. Because I'm pretty sure if I would have learned her name, I would remember her just as much as I remember Ariana. So I turn around and I look, and Shawty is scanning men's lingerie. I didn't know men's lingerie was a thing. Like, I mean, you know how women got like the sexy police officer, sexy bunny shit? Bro, she's scanning the shit for niggas. Like, I mean, the little underwear with like, it got the elephant trunk, you gotta put your dick in it and shit. Like, she's scanning that shit. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this zesty shit that you doing? She was like, I'm just doing my child. I was like, nah, nigga. Nah, bro, you picked this box on purpose. I'm giving her shit. I'm teasing her like a motherfucker. You know, being a playful bully, not a bullshitting bully. And she was like, well, since you paid attention, you must want to put it on. I was like, no, I ain't gonna put this shit on. You can put it on for me. He was like, I'll put it on you. She was like, I'll put it on you. He was like, you ain't gonna do that. Don't put that shit on me. Don't put that shit on me. You don't want that life. You don't want that life, because if I gotta wear that, you gotta wear something that match with it. And she, you know how women flirt and shit. You know, I'm doing my 1-2. I'm doing my dance with death right now. Balancing between, is this sexual harassment or is this something she actually like? And then bruh throw me laws. He was like, hey, shit, I'm just saying, if you so happen to put that on and she put it on with you, shit, y'all might as well make a film, nigga. He's saying wild shit in the background. I'm like, hey, look, if we do that, we might as well go ahead and get an OnlyFans. She giggling, laughing. She put into her 1-2, and then I go to involve bruh in the conversation because he throwing me lobs, nigga. So I'm I go to look over, and again, nigga, the eyes, nigga. These is the eyes. I'm like, yo, I'm in there. So I made it one of my side quests to wherever the fuck she is in the building, because she was always for some reason around me. It is not for some reason, I don't know why, because we had to work in proximity of each other, but it was at times where wherever my homies was, she wasn't too far away. And it wasn't because like that's what she did. Like, no, like they put us in certain areas. So like it was kind of like we were just in the same vicinity, like 10 to 20 feet away from each other. I lost my train of thought about twin, cause I just realized something, but I can't tell y'all niggas about what I just came to the realization to. But so I'm making it a side quest to talk to and fuck with this woman as much as possible, just because I like how her voice sound, and I want to see how many times I can make her laugh. Because that's, as a man, you should be able to make a woman laugh in the first 5 to 10 minutes of you talking to her, especially if she gives you like the time of day. If you can make her laugh in 15 seconds, you got it. No, if you can make her comfortable in 15 seconds. No, if you this is the math. Okay, this is the math. Write this down if you a man and you need this shit for later. If you can make her comfortable in the first, if you can get her attention in the first initial 5 seconds, you win there. If you can make her comfortable in 15 seconds, you win the ballpark. If you can make her laugh in the first minute to 5 minutes, you now officially have made her feel comfortable to where like she could be more open with you. Because if you have a positive memory about a person, you're going to be more willing to have a longer conversation, especially if it's with a woman. Women like doing things based off feelings. So in the next 5, and from that 5-minute mark to the 10-minute mark, if you can get this woman to hold a conversation where she's asking you questions and you asking her questions, y'all going back and forth, y'all sharing a moment with each other, and time is just going past, you win there. You now are a positive reinforcement of emotions for this woman. Congratulations. You are now a little bit closer to having a girlfriend, or having just, I'm not gonna say your female friend, because like, nigga, you're a man. Why do you have female friends, bro? I don't believe men should have female friends, because nigga, with the math I just gave you, they're more likely to fall in love with you, my nigga. So like, it's science, nigga. So you're more likely on the way to having a love interest with this female, or having a girlfriend, boyfriend relationship with this female. And if you're able to master this and do it in quick succession, in conversation, and also add an experience along with it, you got you a spouse. Like, she'll fuck around and want to marry your ass. Like, you ain't going nowhere after you give her this type of shit. I've mastered this type of thing because I've tested it on many women, and it hasn't failed me once. The only time it has failed me is when I did it on accident, someone I didn't want to be with, because I was just going off autopilot. Because you can make friends the same way. You can make friends the same way. You just change your tactics. But if someone isn't used to getting that type of attention, they gonna think that it's romantic and it's not platonic. I've fucked around and had someone think I had romantic interest. Whole time I was just being platonic, and then I fucked around, ended up in a relationship, and I didn't know how to get out of it. So it was either break her heart, be the bad guy, or stay in this bitch, make her not like me, and still end up being the bad guy. Either way, it was gonna be a win in my pocket, because I don't gotta be around this motherfucker no more. And this has happened to me at least, like, granted, it has happened to me 8 times. So part of me is probably part of me has to double down on how I fine tune and shit, because I tried to have female friends at one point, and because of this math that I just gave you, this timeline math I gave you, it has fucked up a lot of male-female relationships I've had. Like, I've had female friends that tried to be in relationships with me. I've ended up in relationships with women that weren't even supposed to be that long, nigga. Kid you not. I'm not even mad at it. I've also ended up with women that become very territorial over me. Or like, you know that trope in anime where they got like the tsundere chick, where she talk major shit about you, but whole time she love you and shit? I've met women like that because of the math I just gave you. Because you can make her feel all these emotions, and for some reason in their head, we're like, well, you make me feel all these emotions, I'm about to make you feel all these emotions too, but negatively. That shit don't work on me. I'm just not gonna like you no more. And you'll be wondering why I don't treat you to like how I used to, because you being weird. And that's not the type of weird I like. I like socially awkward weird. You know, I like the Ariana and the sweet country girl from Amazon type of weird. Or actually it was one, I heard she wasn't Sumerian. Or the what was her I never learned her name. I'm about to try to guess this motherfucker. And I never got to see like if we had mutuals on social media, because I wasn't a real social media person. Like, I make social media, but I don't be on social media. Like, you feel me? I make the content, I don't consume it. Like, anything that I watch is some shit that I also do. You feel me? Like, this podcast shit, I watch other podcasts. Like I just told you, 85 South. Like, so I never went into getting a Snapchat, none of that. The other chick that I remember from Amazon that where is she from, bro? She's Somali. Is she Somalian? She's Somalian, I think. Is she Somalian? Yeah, because she like my color. And she Muslim. So her name is Ozma. Ozma is also one of them, like, she very sweet. But she know what she be doing. Like, she know what she be doing. She know what she be doing. She's also one of those chicks where, like, you can tell when she's flirting with you, but she's not trying to make it obvious. But obviously, she's not good at it. And if you are an advanced individual, you are a level 3 man. Well, I was a level 3 man then. I'm more like a level 4, almost 5 right now. You can tell, you can pick up on the social cues if you just paid attention. But yeah, she gotta be Somalian, because it's not Sumerian. She's not, she's gotta be Somalian. Yeah, she wear like the turban and shit, like, yeah, she wore the hijab, not the turban. She wore the hijab and all that. That is a very sweet lady, but she had a lot of dudes that wanted her attention, and she knew that. She knew she had niggas that wanted her attention. Talk about that's your friend. That's not your friend. You know that nigga like you, shawty. You know you cute. You know you cute, motherfucker. Like, you know you cute, but you want me to be talking to you more than these niggas talking to you. Because every time I would see her talking to these niggas, and she would like see me walk past, and I'm with the homies, she would look over me and try to catch like eye contact. And I did a couple times. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did a couple times. And then like, if she would see me in the distance, she would like wave me over so she could talk to me. Did this shit a couple of times. You feel me? A lot of times, actually. I talk to her more than I talk to the light-skinned chick. And I just realized all the women that have showed interest in me always got the same type of voices. Always got the same type of voices. I just realized something. But yeah, well, all the women that I felt the most comfortable with always had the same type of voices. All the women that I didn't feel comfortable with always got the same type of voice. I just realized that. That's crazy. Femininity is the first thing that is on their repertoire when it comes to being a woman. Like, you can tell. We can tell a woman that's has feminine purity and a woman that is just a female. You feel me? We know what we talk about, especially if you a dude. Like, you know what I'm talking about, bro. But talking to her, I can honestly say, even though we had like it wasn't a language barrier. It wasn't a language barrier because English is not her first language. And plus, the way I talk, I have country twang. So like I grew up around country folk my entire life. So I talk a little bit fast and I talk with like shortening my words or saying my words a little bit weird. So she kind of got to like, she has to intentionally listen and not just be doing some shit and having me talk in the background, which that's how you know that a woman actually wants to have a conversation, because she'll bring up shit that you said, or she'll really be try to hear what you're talking about. That's one thing I do love about her character, I can honestly say. It was one time I was going around the building just fucking off, honestly, just fixing shit that didn't even need to be fixed. If it was a jam across the building, that's not even my section. I'm just walking around to the other side of the building to do that shit. Just felt like doing it. At one time, we spent an entire shift just talking to each other. And I was on her side of the building, and it was some other dude that I was working with. He didn't even care that I wasn't there, because he was doing the same thing I was doing. We was fucking off, walking around the building. He just seen me a couple times. I was like, hey, bro, go ahead, do what you got to do. W Mans. Don't remember your name, my nigga, but I'll rock with you. Coolest white boy ever met. Coolest white boy ever met, boy. And I think he was like 22. Yeah, he was like 22. Coolest skater white boy. But he had black people essence. You feel me? Yeah. Fuck with bruh. I fuck with bruh for real. Don't remember your name. Don't remember your name, and I hate I don't remember your name, bro. But yeah. So Ozma is one of them chicks where she's one of them chicks, like, the more comfortable you make her, the more outlandish the things that she say. Like, we all know the women that be faking the funk when they be talking. Like, they say shit to trigger men. She's more like one of the people, like, she wants to say things that make you laugh, or she wants to say things to make the conversation more interesting, because that means that she's interested in the conversation. Like, you could tell if she's interested in how she talked with another dude, or how like she talked to you. Well, talk to me. Like, I'm saying this like I'm talking to myself, but she would be like very dry and just polite with other niggas, but like she would say outlandish shit to me. I remember one time, she was complaining about like, oh, it's just so hot in here, and I just don't like how they don't turn on the AC, and it's the summer. This is not how she talked. I can't copy Somalian accents, and I don't want to do her voice an injustice. I don't want to do that because she has a beautiful voice. And I'm saying, like, I'm like, well, you in here with like 18 layers on. You don't have to wear all that shit. You already wearing a long sleeve shirt, and you wearing jeans along with a long ass jean shirt and a hijab on. You could have just been rocking out with the shirt and the jeans. It'll be a little bit less on you, or you could just do a t-shirt, like a big oversized t-shirt, the same jeans, and jeans could have been baggy. That's a little bit more airflow in this bitch, you feel me? And the hijab on. And she's like, no, I can't do it. I'm like, why? It's like, cause I have big ass. I was because I have big ass. I'm like, well, I'm proud of you for having ass. I'm glad you got cheeks, but what about your hair? I knew she was saying that because she wanted to see if I would acknowledge the fact that I probably looked at her butt once or twice, and I did. Because after that, she started not wearing the really long shirts to see if I was looking. Nigga, you know what the fuck you was doing. Anyway, you know what the fuck you was doing. Anyway, I don't care how innocent you try to make yourself look. You knew what you was doing, shawty. You knew exactly what you was doing. But yeah. Or like she would ask any woman that asks sexual questions, and like she don't know you from a can of paint. She is interested in you sexually, bro. She's not asking just because. She ain't asking no random nigga in the building. Like, how have they ever had a girlfriend? How far have they went with a girlfriend? She indirectly asked me how big my dick was. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. And I ain't lying. I'm like, hey, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. My shit about as long as an iPhone. She was like, what does that mean? It was like, I was like, hey, take out your phone real quick. She was like, yeah. And I took that bitch. I was like, you see how long this bitch is? Yeah, put it in your hand. She was dumbfounded. She looked at the phone. She looked at me, then looked back at the phone. And she was like, that's too much. It was like, it's not. It was like, and I'm like, how? It was like, how was it too much? How was it too much? Like, but this bitch about like, what, like, I don't got my work vest, so I can't just be out here measuring shit. And don't ask me why I got measuring tape in my work vest, nigga. I measure shit for work, nigga. The fuck, like iPhone Pro or Pro Max. That's like 7.5 to 8 inches in length, and it's this look like about 3.5 wide. I'm probably like half of this bitch. So that's 2.25 wide. Like, I'm giving her all the math and shit, and she looking at me like, nigga, what the fuck you got between your legs? Conversations changed after that shit. She started being more open. Like, she started talking about like what she wanted out of a relationship, what she wanted in life, and all that shit. I'm like, yo, you really telling me this shit? Like, actually, shit, I got 3 regrets. I never got her number 2. I had plenty of chances to do that, but I just didn't want it. I didn't want to at the time. I know it's fucked up. Cause you hear me, it's like, bro, it's like sound like you fumbling. It's not fumbling if you didn't want it, my nigga. It's not fumbling if you didn't want it. Like, only one of them I really wanted to talk to. That's because like we was from the same place, and I wanted to feel Southern hospitality again. I never got to feel Southern hospitality from my own family members, and they Southerners. No, we from North Carolina, South Carolina, the bottom part of Virginia, Emporia, you feel me? And we stretch all the way out to goddamn, I think the farthest that my family line go is a little bit below South Carolina. Like right there on the border. Like, I didn't get all was contact information because at the time, bro, I wasn't thinking about being in a relationship. It was just cool talking to them. But I knew that if I continued to talk with this woman, it wasn't gonna be just as friends. I knew it wasn't gonna be just as friends. Because with the way our conversation was going, if she was to end up with another dude and he knew that I was in her life, he was gonna look at me and be like, I don't like that. I don't trust that shit. And she was probably gonna try to like do a little like 1-2-1-2, and I don't play about that shit. You feel me? Like, nigga, your relationship is your relationship. Love who you love and be with who you gonna be with. Don't involve me with that shit. You feel me? But if I could go back and get these women's number and see where it was gonna take me, I would. The only other one, it was only actually, the only reason I didn't get these women's number is because I was already kind of talking to 2 other women in that building. And I'm talking about the girl whose name I don't know and Ozma. I'm name dropping because they probably ain't gonna see this shit. If they are, how you doing, Miss Lady? I would say I miss you, but you know, I can't miss something I never had. Our conversations was dope though. You feel me? And for the chick that when I used to build boats, I didn't get her number because I was just in a bad position in life, and there was no point in having a girlfriend if you were in a bad position in life. I know some niggas be like, hey, but you could have faked it till you made it. I ain't that type of nigga, bro. I don't want to fake shit for nobody. I don't even like faking being happy. Like, I was faking enjoying being in a relationship with somebody, and I got tired of faking it. And like I said, I did this shit for the plot whole time. When I did meet the type of women that I initially do like, bro, I was in bad places in life. Granted, I wasn't in a bad place in life when it came to the chick whose name I don't know, and Ozma. I wasn't in a bad place in life. I just wanted to have more shit in life. I didn't want to I just didn't want to put someone else on my team, and then now we both gotta figure out what the fuck we gonna be doing, because I knew what the fuck I wanted. I was with someone that didn't know what the fuck they wanted in life. They just wanted somebody else to give everything to them. I didn't want to go through that shit again. So I guess like I didn't get these women's number because it was more like a fear thing. Like, I ain't about to be, no, it's not even fear. It's like more like a disappointment. I wasn't about to be disappointed again. Knowing I didn't want to be with the chick previous for that long, and I ended up being with her for that long, because I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was doing shit for the plot. I was trying to make them see the error of their ways, while also like making them go through the karma of trying to fuck my life up by doing, you know, my 1-2 with them and shit. I ain't want to go through all that shit. I believe in karma and all that. You feel me? Obviously, because even the Bible talk about karma. They just call it divine judgment. Even the Quran and the Torah talk about karma. You feel me?